Hi friends, welcome to Happy Healthy Living with Yvonne Douglas. My name is Doug and today I have a really delicious special surprise for you, and it is lasagna roll-ups. Stay tuned. Okay, so welcome back. So we're gonna make, I have many recipes on my channel, and a lot of the recipes are very traditional, but every now and then I like to come up with something a little unconventional. And today we're gonna make some lasagna roll-ups. Now these are so delicious and the ingredients that are in here are so yummy. If you love Italian food, you're going to love these roll-ups. So I'm going to go through all the ingredients with you and we'll get started. Okay, so what are we going to need to make our delicious roll-ups? Well, first of all, we're going to need 1 pound of ground beef. I use the 93% lean, 7% fat. You're also going to need some lasagna noodles. Now I have some lasagna noodles cooking right now, and it takes about 9 minutes for them to cook. I'm using 8. However, I always make one extra just in case one breaks or doesn't look so great. So I'm actually cooking 9. What else are we going to need? We're going to need some garlic powder, onion powder. We're also going to use some Italian seasoning. We have 1 teaspoon of fresh oregano and 1 tablespoon of fresh basil that's been chopped up. You will need 1 small onion diced, and very important are the cheeses. Now here we go with the cheeses. We're going to be using a mozzarella and Parmesan mixed cheese, and this is approximately close to half a cup. Then we have approximately 1/4 of a cup, maybe a little bit more, of this delicious cheese. I fell in love with this cheese recently, and it's called Garlic and Herb Bellivatano cheese. It's by the Sartori brand, I should say. I got it at Target. Love this cheese. It's so delicious. You could eat it on its own. It's just, with crackers, fantastic. Then we have some Parmigiano Reggiano cheese. This is approximately 1/4 of a cup. And 1/4 of a cup of some delicious smoked mozzarella cheese. So it's like this. I kind of just shaved it off, and we're going to be adding that. So that smoky flavor, along with all these other delicious flavors, oh my gosh, it's going to be so good. Plus, we're using 3 garlic toes. And and now for the sauce, you can make your own sauce. However, today I'm doing semi-homemade. So I got your traditional ragu, and this is the traditional sauce, but you can make your own sauce. But today I wanted it to go a little bit faster, so it's semi-homemade today. All right, so we're gonna start cooking and hope you enjoy this recipe. Okay, so we're gonna start by heating up a pan here, and I'm using approximately 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. So you just want enough olive oil to kind of coat the base of the pan. That looks good. We're going to heat that up just a little bit, and we're going to start by sauteing our onions. Now that was 1 small onion, but it was probably a little bit leaning more towards a medium size onion. So we're going to first cook up our onions for around 5 to 7 minutes. We want them cooked and translucent. And then for the last minute, we're going to add our garlic, which is 3 garlic toes that I have minced up. I like to add a little salt to my onions and a little freshly cracked black pepper. Give that a nice stir. And we're going to cook our onions, like I said, for around 5 to 7 minutes. Okay, you can see our onions are getting nice and tender. Lower the heat just a little bit, and now I'm going to add my garlic. And we're going to cook that up for about a minute. A minute more with the garlic. Smells good. Yum. Okay, our garlic and onions are done, so now we're going to add our 1 pound of ground beef. And as a reminder, like I always say in most of my videos, make sure your hands are always clean when you're cooking and baking. I see some people use gloves, and I think that's just ridiculous. I'm sorry. When I see people wear gloves, I'm like, I know they want to be sanitary and everything, but if your hands are clean and you're cooking for your family, you know. So what we're going to do is we're going to brown our beef, and then we're going to add all our wonderful spices and some of our cheeses too. All right, looking good. Okay, so we're going to add some salt and pepper to our beef, probably about a teaspoon of each. And we're going to add our oregano, our basil, a little topping of onion powder, just a little bit, a little sprinkle on top, and a little sprinkle on top of garlic powder. Add some more Italian seasoning here, even though we have the oregano and the basil. Add a little bit, probably about like half a teaspoon. And then we're going to mix in our mozzarella and Parmesan cheese and give that a nice stir. We want that cheese to melt into the meat. Smells so good. I'm adding just a little bit of the ragu sauce. Probably like 1/4 of a cup. I'm adding approximately a tablespoon of parsley. Adding more Parmesan cheese, Parmigiano Reggiano cheese. So we got the Parmigiano Reggiano cheese in here. We have the mozzarella cheese in here, or mozzarella, and then the regular Parmesan. So it's making it nice and cheesy so far. And now that delicious, oh my gosh, it is so good, that garlic and herb Bellavitano cheese. Now this is going to just melt right in there. Okay, so we're going to keep stirring. And what we want to do also is preheat our oven to 375, because after we make our roll-ups, we're going to put it in a casserole dish and then put it in the oven for 20 minutes at 375. That cheese is going to melt nicely. Okay, we're going to continue stirring and melting that cheese, and then we're going to start filling up our lasagna rolls. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do our lasagna roll-ups. So we have our lasagna noodles that have been fully cooked. Took 9 minutes, and I have some wax paper here just so that the noodles won't really stick to the wooden board. Now with your filling, you really should wait a little bit, let it cool down just a little bit before you start rolling it. But as you can see, we are going to take our lasagna noodles, and I'm just laying them, getting them prepared. I'm going to do like maybe 3 at a time. I'm not going to add any sauce to the noodles because the sauce is already in with the meat, but we are going to put more sauce on top later once it's in this casserole dish. Now, this casserole dish I did spray with a little cooking spray just so it doesn't stick, but we are going to use a little bit of that sauce and place it at the bottom too, okay? Just make sure that bottom has some sauce, okay? Very nice. I'm using a large tablespoon, and so I'm just going to put my meat mixture going down the middle. I'm going to leave a little space at the top and at the bottom. Okay. You don't want to overstuff it. And once that is, hopefully you can see this. Once that is on there, you're going to add some of that smoked cheese. Now, if you can't find that smoked mozzarella cheese, don't worry about it. You can just use any cheese you'd like, but the smoke flavor really adds to the taste. All right. So this looks good. So now watch how I roll it. I'm just rolling it up. And if some spill out on the side, expect that a little bit. Okay. And we have our wonderful little roll up, just like that. And you want to place it right in with the part at the bottom, the seam. All right, so I'm going to do another one. Remember, put our meat mixture going down the middle. Add a little of that smoked mozzarella cheese. It's going to make it nice and creamy too. You can also use some ricotta too, or ricotta. You know, I have a way of, I try my best to pronounce things the correct way. The way they would do, the way they would say it in Italian. Now, my mom used to say ricotta. That's how I just basically always said it. I know in America we say ricotta. All right, so once again, I'm going to roll this up. Try to make it kind of tight the best you can. And there we have our roll up that it looks really good. I'm going to put that in here, and I'm going to work on my next one. So once again, your meat mixture going down the side. And if any spill out, just reuse it. Just put it back in the next one so you don't waste. And then some more of that smoky mozzarella. All right, very nice. Okay. So I'm going to continue making my roll-ups, and then I'm going to show you before we put it in the oven how we prepare it. Okay, so we're back, and this is what they look like right now. Hopefully you can see that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue just spreading some sauce over all the roll-ups. You want to make sure it has a lot of sauce on there that's pretty much all covered. And then what we're going to do is we have some Parmigiano Reggiano cheese, and I'm just sprinkling the cheese on top. It's going to melt onto the roll-ups. the lasagna roll-ups. I have some more parsley I'm just chopping up. We're going to be adding to the top. But before that, I'm just getting, my oven's preheated. I have the Italian seasoning. I'm just going to do a nice little sprinkle on top of that. Now, the sauce that we're using, the ragu traditional sauce, already has it in there. I'm just emphasizing those flavors. And then we're going to add the parsley to the dish, and we're going to bake this at 375 for around 20 minutes. Now look at that. Doesn't that look fantastic? All right, in the oven it goes. Well, here it is. And it looks and smells so good. Wow, look at that. I lost my other mitt. Look at that. Doesn't that look fantastic? I cannot wait to take a bite. So good. Okay, and let's plate it. I don't know which one I should take. Let me take this one. Just a different way of making lasagna. And it smells so, so, so good. Look at that. Awesome. Okay, so we're going to top it with a little bit more cheese. Oh, look at that. That looks so pretty. What an awesome dish. You can make a little side salad with it. Perfect dinner. Can't wait to take a bite. Now for our taste test. Look at that cheese. Wow. You know, that smoked mozzarella with mozzarella cheese. Wow, that just added a sham wow to it. Oh my gosh. Yes. So good. I hope you try, you need to try this recipe. Not I hope you try this recipe, you need to try this recipe. It is so, so good. Thank you so much for joining us today on Happy Healthy Living with Yvonne Douglas. Remember, if you want that homey vibe, you need to subscribe, and please give this video a like. Until next time, my friends, happy healthy living. Bye-bye.